Through. In our last episode, we sat around and figured out many things regarding the what's it called? I already forgot the word for it. Chlorine stuff, and then we set up some accumulation for steam that will allow us to have plenty of backup power, and then in times of need get up to 20 megawatts back from this steam. So hopefully that will work properly. That will allow our wind turbines to be much more effective over time. It also looks like I'm dropping some frames, which is very strange because my internet's usually fine. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully that stays where it is. And what else are we doing? I can't even remember, but it looks like we are stalled out on hydrogen chloride. And let's remember, hydrogen chloride makes hydrochloric acid. And hydrochloric acid can... Well, generally, I think the way I've heard it phrased is we actually use mineral dust to get rid of hydrochloric acid. We also use it for some things, it looks like, but at least for now, we don't use it for much. So what I might do is make one more tank, and then I will vent the excess hydrogen chloride. So we need a... I'm really excited for the advanced fluid handling stuff. So that'll allow overflow. And then we want a chemical plant, I think. We're gonna need some more chemical plants, I think. I want to automate that. And with the chemical plant, we want hydrochloric acid, so we need water. Now, water... I kind of need to just remake all this stuff. This stuff is just a mess. I don't currently have just like a simple water input. I should probably set that up. I guess to some level this is. So maybe I'll put a tank here. And then I'll overflow at the 25%. And then this will just be water that goes into my base. Because this system essentially will produce water quite effectively at up to a pretty high rate, 270 per second. And then we are getting rid of excess brine, which is good. Although I should hold on to a little bit more brine if I make a pump. Good, haven't dropped any more frames. If I make a pump here, and that only accepts overflow over 25%. So then essentially these pipes will stay at 25%, but then it'll actually pump this to be full, and then this can change to 75% overflow, and that means we'll store up a lot more brine. And these will empty down to essentially whatever 25 out of 60 is. What's 25 out of 60? 25 out of 60 is 41.6% times 150. So they'll settle down to 62.5, which is not what we're seeing. Interesting. Oh, this one, it's the underground pipes that are 150. The regular pipes are 100. Oh, you know, that reminds me. I need to update the mods. I think there was a little Nullius update. Check for updates. Oh, no, just kidding. I thought there was a Nullius mod. I'm not using resource spawner overhaul currently, so I guess that doesn't really matter. And we're going to bring fresh water over and continue to spaghetti our way towards purple science. So then this guy wants fresh water. And ta-da! And then we need more tanks. More everything, really. We do have a lot of pipes, so that's good. But we're still pretty short on plastic. I think that's the current holdup. So I really need to improve my plastic rate. Yeah. Yeah, I need more plastic. I think I'll do that next. However, there are plenty of hydro plants, plenty of distilleries, and because of the plastic shortage, which I'll feed some in here manually, because the filters are stealing all of the plastic, I'll take back some things. And I'll grab some pipes, or I mean tanks. And then I think what I should do... Put that there... is have a little square's worth of these. Oh crap, they stack to 200 though. Just kidding. I can't do that until I have circuits then. Tanks, however, only stack to 50 and they're only iron and pipes. So, although I already have tank 2s. So I don't really want tank 1s when I can make tank 2s. I'll just handcraft a bunch and leave it at that. Because tank 2s just hold a lot more. I guess if I want to hold less, but if I want to hold less, I'll just use small tanks, which I already have some of. And those are only 2x2 in terms of size. Yeah, 2x2. So that's nice. Okay, what am I even doing? Why did I come over here? I have no idea. I was just thinking about tanks. So, hey, Trippy Triangle. Indeed, the spaghetti most certainly grows. Okay, so once these fill up to 7, 8-ish, which... What is that? 75 out of 85 times 15. 75 out of 85 times. So they'll overflow when they get to 13.2k. And once they get to that, they'll start dumping into here, where we'll get hydrochloric acid. Then, we will keep 2 tanks worth of hydrochloric acid, and once that overflows, then we will neutralize it. And neutralizing... where does that happen? Doesn't look like it happens in this building. Hydrochloric acid is neutralized in a hydro plant with caustic solution, and that's made in a hydro plant, sodium hydroxide. So we should have some sort of central sodium hydroxide area, and we need a couple hydro plants. So this will create caustic solution. We'll nudge that over, and this one neutralize. Yep, that's good. This needs to be attached over to here. Bam, bam, bam. This is fresh water that we need. And then because of the way this guy's working... Oh, I already have a tank. Good. Okay. I think I want another tank. And then a pump. So then we want this. So that way we don't run out of water. Because when this is full bore making steam, we might run out of water. So we need to be careful about that. So connect that to water, hydrochloric acid, caustic solution, and that makes saline water, which is technically the input here. So we could have maybe a top up. We'll have a little tank here. And then we'll have a top up. Ooh, perfect. So then we'll try to use that saline water before we dump it back into the ocean. But then we will dump that back into the ocean. And guess we'll dump that up here. This is not currently connected to anything. So we need another one of these bad boys. Ta-da! And that should do it. All right. So then the whole system is set up, and I just need to supply it with gobs of sodium hydroxide. Clearly, I'm not thinking straight, because I never actually put the top-up valve there. Silly of me. I don't know how this... I guess fluid system counts over one-way valves. Because this hasn't even been powered up yet, nor has it been fed with sodium hydroxide. Now, caustic solution, I actually think we're going to need... yeah, let's do this. I love being able to move entities. It is so nice. Okay, so we'll put that guy first. The reason I do that is because then this gets pressured up to 90%. I believe the output of a factory building is always fully pressurized. And now we will just feed it all of our sodium hydroxide, which is gonna take me a second here to grab all of it, because my inventory is very full. Yep, still got more. Feed. And there we go. Okay, so all of our sodium hydroxide is there, except didn't I already put some in a big chest somewhere? And then this, we need to actually change it so that it's piped or... Oh, I don't have my belts. It's belted over. Ta-da! What's the underground length that I get? 7? Okay, that's not bad. Okay, sodium hydroxide goes in. Da, da, da. And then caustic solution can be... electrolyzing saline water to get hydrogen chloride into the acid, then neutralize it with the sodium hydroxide you get from electrolyzing the saline water. It's actually not a positive loop, unfortunately. Because of all the fresh water that you need to add in to... where are they? Add into the caustic solution and the hydrochloric acid, you end up losing water, and you keep the exact same amount of sodium hydroxide and chlorine. So this is really only to get rid of excess chlorine. Now, excess sodium hydroxide is easy to get rid of because you just end up turning it into caustic solution, and caustic solution can also be vented. So I probably should have a vent on this as well if it gets over pressured. But I'm trying to remember what all we use sodium hydroxide for. It actually goes into green science. So maybe I shouldn't get rid of it. Huh. And eventually this is a better way to get rid of it. And then sodium. Hello? You can't get rid of sodium, so maybe that's not a good thing to do with it. Anyway, maybe you can get rid of salt. Yeah, you can avoid salt, I think. There you go. You can make seawater out of it, so. It really is crazy. So what's causing me to make too much chlorine is this first method of making plastic nets you hydrogen chloride. Even though you're using chlorine, you end up with hydrogen chloride, which is chlorine plus hydrogen. And you can't... Oh, am I being dumb? Hold on. I should be breaking... Wait a second. Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. Once I have this research, I can break the hydrogen chloride back into hydrogen and chlorine, and then I just have excess chlorine. Which can then go back into making plastic. So once you have that, I actually don't think you have to worry about venting anything. Potentially. In any case, I'm looking at plastic 2, because there's a second recipe for plastic. And the second recipe for plastic requires... where is it? These look like the same recipe. It's like that office meme. What's the difference between these two pictures? They're the same picture. Am I... Yeah, these are just the same recipe. I don't know what I did here. These are both basically the same loop. Okay, let's look at the other plastic recipe that I've unlocked. Because I've already gotten plastic 2, which is propylene rather than PVC. That requires propene, ethylene. So let's take a look at how we get this going. Propene only happens one way at the moment, which is very easy. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Carbon monoxide is dioxide and hydrogen. And then dioxide is just filtered air. Or separated air, I should say. And then air is just filtered air. So that's easy. And then the ethylene, we already needed anyway for the other one. But we needed crazy amounts, right? We needed 30 ethylene per plastic. And this only needs 1.25 ethylene per plastic. Now, in terms of hydrogen usage, we still need 313 for one plastic, and this uses 416. So they use a similar amount of hydrogen, although this one uses less. It is worth noting. There is no byproduct, and we barely need any ethylene, which is awesome. Oh, sorry. We have excess ethylene. Because to even get the propene in the first place, we make a ton of excess ethylene. Oh, and that's what I was doing in one of the... I did do this somewhere. I remember doing this. Maybe it was right here. No, maybe? I don't remember. At some point, I did look at... Because then what if we use this ethylene plus chlorine? But then you have to deal with all the chlorine byproducts. And I don't know if that's worth it. This is much, much simpler to not deal with any chlorine byproducts. Because we can just electrolyze water. Which is expensive, but it's a lot less per plastic than what we had before. We were looking at 10 megawatts per plastic per second. What about the other ingredient? Oh, were you talking about ethylene? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Trippy. And in any case, we have excess ethylene that we can turn back into power. You know, that can be turned into butadiene and hydrogen if we steam crack it. I don't know what butadiene is good for yet. ethylene and benzene can turn into styrene. Ethylene and oxygen. That's probably what I'll do with the excess ethylene, just get some power back. Or I'll just store it up and vent it for now. But this is still crazy in terms of buildings, but it's a little bit better. We just need a lot of hydrogen, is what I'm learning, and air filters. Do I have air filters too yet? Air filter, it doesn't look like it. No, that's in the purple world. So we're gonna need a bunch of air filters then. And I'm out of plastic. Good thing I'm working on making more. Okay, so this just needs water input. So I think I will pin that. And then don't need beacons shown. And then I think I'll just improve this setup, because these pipes, pipe 2s, can handle far more than vanilla pipes. They can handle more like 1200 a second or something, so even with large numbers of them. So I'm just gonna make this be able to handle more fresh water and then just use this same network. Because I want to try to get to a single network of pipes for each resource, unless the throughput is too high. All that being said, I should grab some motors because my handcrafting is slowing down. I'll grab some more power poles. And then I'll grab all my steel ingredients. Oh, those are all gone. I must have used those for something. Steel rods, steel beams. We've already got plenty. And then... Don't tell me these stack to 200. No, they stack to 50. Distilleries, I already have 8. Which is enough. Hydro plants, I don't technically need any. But I'll take a few. Priority electrolyzers, we're gonna need quite a lot. And those are still short on the plastic front, so I'll feed that with a bit of plastic. And then we have lots of auxiliary valves. I should probably grab a one-way valves. Are they supposed to be on both sides of the belt here? I don't think they are. Let's fix that. Thankfully, I think that's the only resource on that belt, but I have 3 seawater intakes. I'm going to take just a few more. And then pumps are waiting for motors, which are waiting for plastic. So I'll give that a little bit of plastic. I'll take a few outfalls. I'll take a few chimneys. And I'll take a few one-way valves. Because I need those in a lot of handcrafting. And my inventory's starting to get full. I have a lot of trash in here, though, that I could clear out. But... Alright, so I need some more electrolyzers still. Priority electrolyzer, I need 5. Air filter, I've got 4. I need 11. Eesh. It'd be nice if I could get some more pumps. Oh, I see the issue. Is there a way to fix this? Potentially not. If I could move this building down 1, so that can be moved. This can be moved. That means these can be moved. Like so. These 2 can be moved. And then I think that means we can switch this around to do this. And then it's kind of weird, but we can do that, and it can push items forward into it. And then we can move this down one. Ta-da! And then we can connect that to the valves. Okay, there we go. Because it wasn't grabbing pumps from the belt, it was just grabbing pumps directly out of this building. So it wasn't really getting prioritized at all. Okay. And I can grab a few pumps myself, but... Anyway, and then I need some chemical plants, which makes more glass, and then 2 flotation cells, which I already have a few, and we'll be good. And this will all just be for 1 plastic per second, but that's a lot more than I've been making. Over the last 10 minutes, I've averaged 1/4 of a plastic per second. So, not that good. Glass. Here we go. I'll take a stack. Let's let that build up a bit more. We are... What are we stalled out on? Sand. How am I stalled out on sand? Did I just not even address the stone output of this? How did this run for so long with stone just being able to clog it up? Oh, because this is taking out the... I just forgot that this is not a filter inserter. So it needs to be like that. And stone needs to go to the right. And then we need to stop being a dummy. And then that should fix everything. And I'm gonna just feed it all my stuff, because I don't need that stuff in my inventory. Okay, better. Much better. I wonder why we start with 30 aluminum ingots. Because can't I make aluminum ingots at this point? Graphite and alumina, aluminum hydroxide. Gosh, yeah, I can. So what would I have needed 30 aluminum ingots for earlier in the game? Maybe they want you to be able to make some more large chests out of aluminum plates? I don't actually know. Ah, I need rubber. Okay, well, let's get this stuff set up. I'm gonna go north, east, southwest. Where am I going? Maybe down here. This solar field can easily be moved. In fact, I should probably do that. It's just in the way of everything. Move in the solar. Alright, so that's good the way it is. Get rid of these. Is there anything even powered over here? Nope. So these are all unnecessary. Alright, so that's space I can fill now. And I'll put solar up here with some of these wind turbines. Okay. Okay. Alright, that should do it. And then one more little row of 8. Make sure they're connected, and then the accumulators. Ta-da! Okay. So that's much more out of the way. And we're about to see our power usage spike up quite a bit. We need a freshwater input, which is coming from up here. And I think I can fit all this right here. I really have not built my base very efficiently. But that's okay. Alright. So we got the water connected, and then... should I space these out? Or should I... I keep forgetting I don't have advanced fluid handling, so... now I have to do something like this. I want to connect up all the hydrogens, oxygens separately. Is that even worth it? An underground pipe instead of 3 pipes? I don't think so. Well, let's use straight pipes. I feel like straight pipes actually look better too. That does have a good look to it. At least I think it does. Okay, so we got that. And then we need 1 billion air filters and distilleries and... okay, hold on. Did I make my chemical plants? I didn't. So I need 4 chemical plants. Making monoxide, and then that goes in here. So hydrogen goes to 2 places. Now we need all sorts of oxygen. I'm gonna make 4 more tanks. Because I need big oxygen storage. I'm gonna start that up here, just for now. And because at the moment we don't need any of it. So I will just pump all the oxygen straight in. Because we're not using this for anything. So that is all excess. Then we have the hydrogen going into 4 distilleries. So I'm actually going to switch... I'm going to space these out. I'm going to switch which one hydrogen and oxygen are. Wait, no, that's not how I do it. Hold on, this stays here, and now we just change the oxygen outputs into a straight pipe. And hydrogen outputs into the underground. There we go. Okay, so that connects up all the hydrogen. And then oxygen is all being vented. Nope, we gotta switch that to here. Okay. And then let's get all these guys powered up. These guys, well, okay, these guys need carbon monoxide, or dioxide. Starts with dioxide. That's the one that's actually in the atmosphere. And we need some distilleries pulling that out of the air. We need 4. And a whole lot of air filters. Don't forget to reconnect that. Okay. Is that enough air filters? That's 12. I need 11. So 11 is fine. Make this look nice. Like so. Oh no! I need an underground pipe here. Perfect. Okay. So that should get me 550. The pipe can handle that. Got the distilleries. Now, nitrogen is also something that thus far is mostly useless. We need a tiny of it for polycrystalline silicon, but it's basically free anyway. And that's for ceramic powder. We can make some climate samples out of it. Compressed nitrogen is used in a few more things. And that's used to make ammonia. Okay. And compressed nitrogen actually has a fuel value, 18 kilojoules. And so 50 compressed is... Does that even pay for itself? Compressors are kind of expensive. So 500 kilowatts to compress down to 50 compressed nitrogen. Each one is about 20 kilojoules. So that's about 1 megajoule of energy. And you spend about 1 megajoule compressing it. So that's not even worth it. That's hilarious. Yeah. Unless these get more efficient, which it doesn't look like they do. That's 1.9 instead of 2 megawatts. And that's 7.5 instead of 8. So they get slightly more efficient, but... Okay, well that makes me comfortable just essentially voiding it, except we're going to put it in a tank first. We want to use the middle one because of the other one getting in the way. And then in this particular case, we will do what? We'll do that. Okay, so then nitrogen, and I'm already making nitrogen over there somewhere too, but at least this time I'll do the due diligence of keeping a little bit back before I chimney it away. Just do that. Okay. There we go. So then these boys have connection. Alright, so that gets us all the carbon dioxide we want. That gets routed over here. Ta-da! And then these get powered up. Ta-da! So those need water. These output water, which is worth noting. We get a decent amount back. And then we've got monoxide in 2 more distilleries. Is this gonna work? No. There's need to be 1 more over. Okay. So then what we want is the freshwater intakes. There's going to be a top up coming in so that these are always going to have room to dump out into the pipe system. Because we top up to 50 and these are at 60, so that's Basically, this is going to top it up to 85%, and then this water should have a home. Because there's enough capacity between all these that should be good. And then these need to be connected. There we go. I think we can just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll connect it there. Except, no, we won't. I'm gonna move that one up. And move these up. Because I forgot it outputs 3 gases, and I still don't have advanced fluid handling. Now, hydrogen, we already connected here. We also need to connect here. Perfect. Okay. Now, I do like to use undergrounds for any straight sections 4 pipes or longer, but I don't see any of those. 4 pipes or longer without connection. So, I think we're good to go there. We finished this. And now we've got some excess gases. Butadiene. Let's see, what are they called? Butadiene, propylene, and ethylene. Ethylene's the 4. C2H4, propene, C3H6, benzene, not butadiene. And propene, C3H6, okay. I don't know how I'm going to remember that, but I'll try. In any case, we then need our 2 flotation cells. The primary one that they're sucking in is propene, which is the 6. The 6 one. Benzene. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. And we do need... what's this one called again? We do need ethylene, just only a little bit. Okay. So that'll make me some plastic. And then we've got benzene. Oh, I ran out of pipes. Wow. Good for me. So we're gonna grab some more pipes, and then we'll finish this out. So there we go, and stick with 400. Now, how do I have a single underground? That's always scary. Okay, good. I'm supposed to... No, wait. I'm not supposed to. Everything seems connected. Clearly it's not. And then fresh water... This is our output half. So that will come down and over. Okay, so fresh water in. That should kickstart pretty much everything. And then we need, yeah, some more tank action here. So we'll store that, and then we'll store auxiliary valve here. We'll store our extra ethylene. And then we'll have... Shoot. Yeah, let's do that. Nice thing is if you shift these, it doesn't... They don't run out. Doesn't take out all the resources. Because I think I want some pumps here. So that way these will be fully pressurized, and then we can relief valve on those. Ta-da! Alright, there we go. 1 plastic per second. And that will go on a belt. did not work. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so there's plastic. And that can belt its way into the base. Actually, it can conveniently come right to where we had plastic before. And then that will supplement our plastic production greatly. Ta-da! Something's not running right. Carbon monoxide. Those are all short on dioxide. Oh, is this not... That can only handle 100 per second. Okay, we need, like, lots of chimneys. Is 400 enough? Yes, 400 is enough. There we go. Okay, you know what? This is purely for aesthetics. It's going to look so much cooler if they are like this. There we go. That looks way cooler. In fact, no, I should take a picture of the actual plastic making. Oh, that just doesn't look as cool. Yeah, we're going to take a close-up picture of that for my background for this episode. Bam. All right. So these are supposed to run full-time. So if they're not running full-time, something's not working correctly. It looks like it's close, but like that one stopped for a second. These are supposed to be running almost all the time. Oh, this nitrogen is not connected. That's the problem. There we have it. That should fix absolutely everything. And then we should see the fluid system contents slowly going down at 40 per second. That's exactly right, because we're producing 360, we're venting 400. Perfect. Okay, there we go. 1 plastic per second, which is 4 times as much as I was producing before. Which should fill up all these things in short order and give me enough plastic to have... This is bothering me. I hate that. Let's fix that. Using an inserter to move where something is on a belt just feels really wrong to me. Because we can just do that. I'd rather side load than use an inserter. Okay, and that should give a lot more plastic to this little area as well. Now, chemical plants, what goes into them? Because I'm going to need a lot of those. Small assembler, which we don't have here yet. Medium tank, auxiliary valve, glass. And then small assembler, chest inserter belt. Those are also things we don't have. So it's not very convenient. It would actually be easier to make assemblers maybe over here. They need chests, iron rod, iron sheet. I don't know if I'm going to tackle that just now. We will fill up on undergrounds, and I'll let those build up a bit more. Oop, build up to here. And then I can fill that up, take a few extras, because they are ingredients. Oh wait, I already have extras. They are ingredients in something. I forget what exactly. And then we're short here just because I haven't done that, which I need to. And then plastic. We don't have plastic yet, but I'm just going to do myself a favor. And spaghetti a little bit more so that I don't have to automate underground. Or, I mean, I don't have to automate splitters. And then I'm going to do the same thing with underground belts. Except, weirdly enough, it needs to be up here. So I need to do that. And then this, and there we go. Okay, so that will fully automate those. We do have the issue of gravel and sand building up in this nonsense mess. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing here. What is this? This is just a chest full of sand. I really need rubber. We'll do rubber in the next episode, if I can. Put that on the to-do list. Rubber. I forget which way this goes. Do I produce too much brick or too much sand? In terms of making undergrounds. So I need, well, 10 pipes. No, stone bricks. 10 stone bricks makes 6 pipes. So I get 6 pipes and 1 sand. 6 pipes and 1 sand is slightly not enough sand. So I actually end up running short on sand in this overall equation. So if I take some stone bricks, that should free up sand. In any case, I actually want more refractory bricks. Now, what's happened here? Oh, I see what's happened here. We are storage bound. Let's do something like this. And that. There we go. That should get rid of all the stuff. Okay. Gosh, I have a lot of gravel. We maybe need to deal with gravel, question mark? Okay. Well, I think we're going to call it an episode for there. This was a fun time. We accomplished more than last time. And let's take a look. Our steam power is still holding steady. I'm curious, over the last 10 minutes, our backup turbines have kicked on a few times, one time providing up to 8 megawatts. So it's good to know that they're working. You can see that they kicked on, they're the green line, when wind power dropped. So that's good. That's very good. That means it's working. I may have overbuilt it or underbuilt it. I maybe should have more steam. Honestly. Let's add a little bit more steam storage in here, because I think that's not going to hurt me to have more. That one doesn't actually quite fit, so we'll just put one more here. Oh look, they're running. Speak o' the devil. Is that because wind power's down? Yeah, wind power's down there for a minute. So then, essentially, the way that I can find out if I need more wind turbines is if these are getting low in steam. If all of my tanks are starting to get low, then that means I should definitely have... Uh-oh, I'm going to be short one. That's okay. I always... Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys know the answer to this. I always worry about these, like, 4 connections. I don't know why, but it just feels like it should flow in one direction, and going in circles just feels weird. I don't like to make circles of pipes, and that's what these are. So generally I avoid that where I can, but this just makes all kinds of circles, and I hate it. As far as Factorio calculations are concerned, it probably doesn't change much. It maybe just adds a couple more connections that makes it, rather than the UPS cost of one connection plus 1, it's maybe like, 4. But I don't know. I doubt it's going to make a difference unless I have a mega base. But anyway, like I said, if we start to see these run low on steam, then that probably means I need a couple more wind turbines, and that will help me kind of keep an eye on wind turbine usage. I probably am going to need a few, so I'm going to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll place those before the next episode. And other than this running out of water, I think... Oh, alright, because I moved this. So that needs to be here. I think we're going to call this an episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.